So, do you think you could fall in love with someone that you haven't seen physically before? This is Linda G. Robert, your Back in the Groove Again coach, walking on the streets in Mazatlan, helping you live your best life now so you can love what you do. I've been binging on one reality show lately. Love is Blind. And that's what this show is all about. It's about women and men that meet in what they call pods. The pods are lit up, the pods are, fully equipped with couches and sometimes alcohol. But the couples don't see each other at all. They are separated by a wall. And all they do in there, really, in their own respective pods, is talk. Talk about whatever comes up, and talk about really personal, private things that some of them have never, ever told anyone before. And over the next days or so, they meet other women, other men, but they connect. Or they don't, but a lot of them do connect with other, with people, right? They connect with women in particular, or men in particular, and one or two in particular, and that's where sometimes conflicts arise. That's where your heartstrings pull on you with what you think the other person represents. Anyways, the point is that I'm wondering if you've ever imagined what that could be like. I've been walking along today, and I've been here for a few months, and I've seen quite a few people that are together, and I'm wondering if they would be still together to this day if they had spent just several hours or several days just talking and not really seeing each other. Some emails that I did receive in the past, and thinking that this person, the one who was writing the email, was the one. And I hadn't really seen that person, but we had exchanged a few emails. Not exactly the same thing as talking with the person but not seeing them. Almost, but not exactly. How deep do you think a relationship can be if you don't see them for the first few days, first maybe a week or so, and then you see them? Because in this program, they can only see each other once. One of them, usually the man, proposes to the other one, and then the next day they can meet. So a lot of these stories, they've like 5 or 6 couples have decided to get engaged, and they meet, and a lot of times you can see there's also a physical connection to add to the already emotional connection, but sometimes you can tell that there's no physical connection. So it does boil down to how important is that physical connection. When we first meet somebody, usually that's what kicks in. It's that physical connection. It's either there or not there. But in this program, it's the opposite. You build on the emotional connection, and then you start working on the physical connection. I've never tried that, and I know that in the past I've relied on a physical connection that led to some relationships that were based on lust only, and some were based on maybe what could have been a real deep emotional connection, but because at that time I didn't know how to communicate properly, which is something that's really important, right? Communicate properly and communicate authentically and really speak my truth. Like really be totally honest with myself in terms of what I wanted to say to this person. I think that's the important thing in any relationship, whether you're in your 30s, 40s, 50s. And I think what happens when you're in your 60s or over, you kind of want to take shortcuts and say, initially you know right away if the person would be a good match or not. You kind of make a really quick assessment. And well, I know I've made really quick assessments and decided without really spending a lot of time talking to a person, to a man, that this wouldn't work out. I think that's the challenge with these lists. These lists of, you know, certain height and certain requirements. Now there's just one scene in this season that I'm watching. One girl did get engaged, and she introduces this guy to her family, and her bottom line with him is that she's highly religious. She really believes in God, and he doesn't. He's an atheist. Yet with another man, it's completely ignored, right? It's more of a kind of an attraction, a sexual type of attraction. And the question of religion has never been brought up. So how different are we really with different people, right? What is really important for us? What's our bottom line? What is truly essential to have an authentic, real relationship? And I'm wondering if this is, I think it is, me and Bruce Willis. How well would we get along? That's the question. Let's just not base ourselves on looks, but deep down and in your soul, what is truly important for you? That's something to keep in mind. Even though you've had, maybe rotten relationships in the past, and even in your 60s, maybe you've just recently separated or divorced. What's important? What values will you bring on with you in the next relationship? At the core of who you are, what do you want people to know about you? And do you still keep secrets? Do you still keep secrets that you don't want anyone to know? Secrets to me are things that keep us locked, keep us blocked. I don't think there's secrets anymore when we've worked them through and we've allowed them to come to surface and let them go. But secrets are things that are preventing you really from enjoying you and enjoying your life, possibly with someone else. Anyways, I've said a lot. The show has got me thinking a lot. This is Linda G. Robert, your Back in the Groove Again coach, helping you live your best life now and including in our 60s. Is love possible in our 60s? I think so. I think it is. Now get out there and prove it to me. Bye now.